Hey Hastings, welcome to today's Explainer. We are pulling straight from the fantastic daily updates over at hastingsnow.com from Monday, July 13th, 2026. We're going to jump right into some urgent weather data you absolutely need to know before stepping out today, and then, well, we'll open up a really cool historical time capsule for this exact date.
So, are you ready for a 98-degree heat index? Because I know that sunshine looks super inviting through the window right now, but honestly, stepping outside today is a totally different story. It is not your average summer day out there, folks.
Moving right into part one, the Hastings heat wave and how we are navigating today's extreme weather. Let's look at what's actually happening outside right now. The actual air temperature on the thermometer might say 93 degrees, but honestly, that doesn't tell the whole story. The heat index, what your body is actually going to feel when the humidity hits you, is pushing dangerously close to 98 degrees. It's like walking into an oven. So you really need to plan your errands, your river walks, and any yard work around the heat today, not the other way around. If we look at the National Weather Service details here, there are a couple of major takeaways. We hit that high near 93, dropping to around 70 tonight. But here is the kicker. Zero precipitation. No rain at all to cool us down today or tonight. Plus, that wind is just a super light west-southwest breeze, maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour. So, yeah, very limited relief from that sweltering sun. And because of all that, we're officially under an extreme heat warning. And notice this isn't just a quick afternoon thing. This warning stretches all the way through 9 p.m. on Thursday, July 16th. That is a solid block of high heat, meaning we've got to shift our routines and really prioritize safety for the next few days. Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, Staying Cool Today. Let's look at some practical safety steps for the community. Okay, so step one is basically personal defense, right? Go for light, breathable clothing, slather on that sunscreen, and definitely grab a hat. Step two is all about smart scheduling. Carry a water bottle literally everywhere you go. And if you've got strenuous stuff to do outside, move it to the early morning or late evening. But step three, this is where our Hastings community spirit really kicks in. Take those cooling breaks, sure, but please check on your neighbors, especially the elderly or folks who might not have AC. Oh, and it almost goes without saying, but never, ever leave kids or pets in a parked car.
Actually, to lighten the mood a bit after all those heavy warnings, Hastings Now shared this perfect weather joke today. It'll be so hot downtown this afternoon, even the red patio umbrellas may ask for a table inside. I mean, we can all picture exactly that, right? It's a great little bridge to the second half of our explainer. All right, Section 3, the July 13th time capsule. Let's expand our historical horizons.
We're taking a pretty huge journey through time today. We're starting way back in 1787 with the foundational days of the U.S. territory, then jumping to a massive global sports milestone in 1930, and finishing up with mid-20th century politics in 1960. So, starting off in 1787, on this exact day, the Confederation Congress adopted the Northwest Ordinance. This was a massive deal because it set up the entire governing framework for the Northwest Territory, figuring out exactly how future states would join the Union. But there is one very specific detail in this text that hits incredibly close to home for us. The text actually calls out the navigable waters leading to the Mississippi as common highways. Just think about that for a second. Over 200 years ago, the founders were recognizing the absolute vital importance of the Mississippi River, the exact same river that flows right past our town and completely defines our landscape today. Pretty wild, right? Okay, fast forward to 1930. This year is an absolutely massive milestone if you are a sports fan. For any local Hastings soccer players or families who follow the global game, July 13th is a huge anniversary. On this day in 1930, the very first FIFA World Cup kicked off down in Uruguay. In the opening match, France beat Mexico 4-1, and a player named Lucien Laurent made history by scoring the very first goal in World Cup history. The whole shebang started right here on July 13th. Finally, shifting over to political history, we land in 1960. It was on July 13th that Senator John F. Kennedy officially secured the Democratic nomination for president out at the convention in Los Angeles. To be precise, he clinched it with exactly 806 delegate votes. Nailing down the nomination on the 13th perfectly set the stage for him to accept it just 2 days later, which is when he delivered that incredibly famous New Frontier speech. So from the Northwest Ordinance to extreme summer heat, Hastings is always part of the story. History is constantly unfolding right in front of us. Before we sign off, just a quick reminder, weather changes fast, especially with those pop-up summer storms we get in this kind of heat. So keep an eye on official alerts and local radar. Stay hydrated, stay cool, and definitely look out for each other today. From the historic waters of the Mississippi to navigating this intense heat wave, you're part of an ongoing story. So what history will you make today? Stay safe out there, Hastings.